Welcome to Autobot YouTube channel. Myself Rahul Krishnan. So today we are going to learn about a newly introduced feature in UiPath, that is Data Manager. So those who are using the latest version of UiPath Studio may have seen a newly added panel in UiPath Studio. So at the bottom of the UiPath Studio, you may have seen one new panel got added with name Data Manager. So let's click on that. Okay, so this is the Data Manager panel. So do you know what is the purpose of this Data Manager panel? So this Data Manager panel is now available in Studio as your one-stop shop for managing all resources. It means instead of going back to Orchestrator for viewing the Orchestrator resources, or instead of going to variable panel or argument panel for viewing all the variables, arguments and namespaces, what we can do, we can directly go to Data Manager and we can view all the resources that is available in all these panels. Okay, either if it is Orchestrator or either if it is in Studio panels, we can view all those consolidated things in the Data Manager panel. Okay, from variables and argument to assets, queues, entities and processes. Okay, Orchestrator resources, you can now use one panel to view and edit arguments and variables, add new argument, variable and namespaces, view and use Orchestrator resources available to you, view and navigate to all activity cards. Okay, so it means like which are the Orchestrator resources that is available in Data Manager, we can directly use those resources in our automation process. Okay, instead of going back to Orchestrator and checking whether the name of the Orchestrator resources, what we can do, we can directly view it in the Studio itself, right? So it will help to save a lot of time instead of navigating back to Orchestrator and checking what are the assets that is available. Okay, we can directly view it in the Data Manager. But one thing is, we cannot directly create the Orchestrator resources from Studio. But if we create an Orchestrator Studio, it will automatically, in Orchestrator, it will automatically sync with the Data Manager panel, and we can directly use it in our automation workflow. Okay, and if we want to create new arguments or variables, we can directly create that in the Data Manager itself. Okay, instead of going to variable or argument panel, we can directly add it from the Data Manager panel itself. Okay, or if we want to add some new namespaces as part of invoke code or something, we can directly add it up in the Data Manager. Okay, so that is the purpose of a Data Manager. So it is a single panel which helps to consolidate all the resources that is available as part of your automation process. Okay, whether it is from Orchestrator resources or from the Studio resources. So let me go back. Okay, so let's see what are the different things that is available. So here we can see a new button is there. If we click on new button, it will ask us whether we need to create a new variable or new argument. Okay, we can create new variable or new argument. We cannot create any Orchestrator resource. Okay, that is one thing. And if we click on new variable, okay, here I can give the variable name. So let me put it like test1. Okay, what is the data type that I can give, and what is the scope? What is the scope of the variable? So same like what we are doing in the variable panel, we can give the same thing over here also. Okay, so what is the scope? I'm giving it as main, and if there is any value that need to be provided, okay, I'm just giving it like a happy. Okay, so that's it. Click on enter. So we can see a new variable got created. So same like for argument also we can do the same steps. Okay, and this is for just for maximizing all the available resources. So if you click on this, it will expand all the things. Okay, so what are the assets that is available, or what are the process that is available, what are the queue items, so all those things that we can see it over here. So if you click on resources, what are the resources that is available, and if you click on entities, if we have any entities that is available in Orchestrator, all those things that we can see it over here. And what are the process that is already deployed to Orchestrator that we can see here, assets that is created in Orchestrator, those things, instead of going to Orchestrator and viewing all these things, it's directly now available in the Data Manager panel. Okay, so we can directly use it in our automation workflow. And queues, what are the queues that is available in Orchestrator, and if there is any connection already made, those connection details also will be available here. Okay, so we don't need to go back to Orchestrator and see what is the connection detail. We can directly view it here itself. and what are the available namespaces, okay, that is available. And if you want to add a new namespace, what we can do, just right click and click on this add namespace, okay. Then we can select the required namespace, or just click on this three dot from the row, so you can click add a new namespace, okay. So that's how you can add the namespaces. And variable also you can do the same. You can click on this three dot and you can create a different types of variable, whether you need to create a new variable or new global variable, or if you want to create a bulk variables, that is also possible. And here one more thing is, this data manager is providing new sorting facility as well as filter by facility. It means if we don't want to um, see all the variables that is available, okay, we just want to see only the variables for some particular scope. What we can do, we can use this filter by option, and we can click on this main, okay. It means it will view only the variables that is part of the main scope, okay. That is the purpose of that. Or if we want to sort it by name, means it will sort all the variables under that scope with that particular name, okay. So that is the purpose of that. And if you want to create a new constant, that is also possible. Just click on the new constant button. And here one important thing is, like here we can see all the process that is already deployed to Orchestrator, and here we can get the asset that is available. So just consider if you want to use one asset as part of your automation. Earlier what we were doing, we were going to Orchestrator and we were checking what is the asset name and all, right? So instead what you can do, you can just drag and drop this activity. Also, just drag and drop this asset, then it will show you some suggestion what should be the activity that you need to use, okay. As this is an Orchestrator asset, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use get asset activity, okay. So here you can see it has automatically added autoboard as a folder and asset name as a demo correct, okay. So that is the benefit of this particular activity. And here you can create your variables, output variable, and you can use it as part of your automation flow, okay. I hope you got it. And here my studio is directly connected to autoboard studio, okay. That's why I'm able to see all the queues and assets that is available for that particular folder. If I change this folder, then it will list down all the assets and the resources that is available for that particular folder, okay. So here you can see the assets are SAP connection name and test, and earlier it was autoboard, and we were able to see some 4 assets, right? So that's how it's working. So to which folder our studio is connected, the resources that is available for that particular folder will be available in the data manager panel, okay. So that's how it's working. And this is just for refreshing the data manager, and this is just for grouping the items by scope, okay. So I will show you that. So let me create a new sequence here. I'm going to rename this, okay. So just add an assign activity. I'm going to create a variable sequence where, okay. I'm going to give a default value PA, okay. So that's it. And if I go to variable panel, I can see the sequence where variable got created with the scope of a sequence 2, okay. It means it's not available for the main sequence, rather it will be available only for the sequence 2 sequence, okay. And let me go to data manager. Here if I expand data variable, I can see 2 scopes are there. One is main and sequence 2, and inside sequence 2 I can see sequence where, right? So that's the purpose of this group items by scope, okay. So what are the scope that is available, it will group all the variables with that particular scope, okay. And if I remove that, it will show all the variables that is available, okay. And another thing is this last button, that is sync with active scope, okay. So if I remove that and if I click on this main, okay, and if I enable that, what you can see, what are the variables that is available for the main sequence or the main scope, only those things will be available here, right? So what's the current scope? that I have selected in the designer panel, only those things will be available. Okay, and if I click on the sequence 2, it will show you the variables that is available for the sequence 2 scope as well as for the main sequence. Okay, and additional filtering properties are also available if you want to just showcase only few things. Okay, just consider if I don't want to use this connection entity inside this data manager, I can just disable it. Okay, so that's how this data manager is working. Actually, it is very much helpful if you are doing a development based on Orchestrator resources as well as um, a wide range of resources like variables, arguments, and if you need to import more number of namespaces and all. Okay, instead of navigating to different panels, you can directly do everything in the data manager, and you can use that in our designer panel workflow creation. Okay, so hope you got a clear understanding about these things. And if there is any clarification required, or you need to understand like how you need to use this data manager properly for your automation creation, just do one thing, just write your comments in the comment section. I can help you. Okay, so if you find this video useful, please like the video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.